Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia, is one of history's most renowned conquerors. Tutored by the philosopher Aristotle, Alexander inherited a strong kingdom and an experienced army from his father, Philip II. His military genius shone brightly when he launched a campaign against the Persian Empire at just 22 years old. Alexander's tactics were characterized by unprecedented speed and mobility, catching his enemies off guard and using clever strategies to outmaneuver larger forces. His ability to inspire and lead his men was crucial, enabling him to maintain loyalty and morale across vast distances. Alexander expanded his empire from Greece all the way to India, creating one of the largest empires in ancient history. His approach to governance was also notable. He promoted the spread of Greek culture, fused different customs, and even adopted some himself, which helped integrate his diverse empire. Alexander's death at the young age of 32 left his empire without a competent successor, leading to its fragmentation. Nevertheless, his legacy as a military strategist and a visionary leader endures, influencing countless generations. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, born as Temujin around 1162, rose from humble beginnings to establish the Mongol Empire, the largest contiguous land empire in history. His life was marked by intense personal hardships, including captivity by a rival tribe during his youth. These experiences hardened him but also taught him the importance of loyalty, strategic alliances, and decisive military tactics. Genghis Khan's leadership was characterized by his use of sophisticated military strategies like espionage, psychological warfare, and highly mobile cavalry attacks. He revolutionized Mongol armies, organizing them into a structured and disciplined force divided into units of 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000, which could execute complex maneuvers during battle. His legal code, the Yasa, enforced strict discipline and loyalty. Genghis Khan was also notable for his treatment of civilians and willingness to incorporate enemies into his army, which helped him expand his territory without excessive destruction. His empire connected the East and West, facilitating trade, cultural exchange, and even the spread of technologies. His death in 1227 did not end his legacy, as his descendants continued to expand the empire.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte, born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, rose rapidly through the military ranks during the French Revolution. By 1799, he had overthrown the French Directory in a coup d'état and installed himself as first consul, eventually becoming emperor in 1804. Napoleon's military prowess was evident in his strategic use of the corps system, which allowed for a flexible, rapid, and independent command structure. His campaigns across Europe were marked by significant reforms in military organization and warfare tactics, often engaging the enemy by surprise and with innovative strategies. Napoleon's leadership style was authoritarian yet effective, inspiring loyalty and fear alike. He was a master of logistics, ensuring his armies were well supplied, which was unusual for the time. His legal reform, the Napoleonic Code, had a lasting impact on civil law jurisdictions worldwide. Despite his eventual defeat and exile due to the disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812 and the decisive Battle of Waterloo in 1815, Napoleon's military and administrative legacy continues to influence the modern world. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, born in 100 BC, was a Roman general and statesman who played a critical role in the events that led to the demise of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. A brilliant strategist, Caesar was known for his exceptional leadership skills, charismatic persona, and ability to connect with both his troops and the Roman populace. His conquest of Gaul expanded Rome's territory in his swift, decisive, and brutal tactics during the Gallic Wars, 58 to 50 BC, are still studied in military academies around the world. Caesar's crossing of the Rubicon River in 49 BC, a decisive action defying the Roman Senate's authority, led to a civil war that eventually placed him in supreme power. His dictatorial style paved the way for the imperial system, though it also led to his assassination in 44 BC. Caesar's reforms included the Julian calendar, restructuring the Roman government, and centralizing the bureaucracy. His legacy includes the transformation of Rome from a republic to an empire that would dominate the Mediterranean world for centuries. Hannibal Barca. Hannibal Barca, a Carthaginian general, is often remembered for his audacious crossing of the Alps with war elephants during the Second Punic War against Rome. Born in 247 BC in a Mediterranean empire that rivaled Rome, Hannibal was raised with a profound hatred for Rome. His invasion of Italy from the north was both daring and strategically brilliant, bringing the Roman Republic to the brink of collapse. His tactics at battles like Cannae, where he encircled and decimated a much larger Roman army, are noted for their innovative use of terrain and understanding of enemy weaknesses. Despite his battlefield successes, Hannibal faced logistical and political challenges that limited his ability to secure a final victory. His approach to warfare, marked by mobility, adaptability, and the integration of various forces including cavalry and elephants, reshaped military tactics. His eventual defeat by Roman general Scipio Africanus at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC marked the end of Carthage's supremacy in the western Mediterranean. The Romans, learning from Hannibal's tactics, would later apply these lessons to expand their own empire. Hannibal's legacy as a military tactician remains highly respected for his ability to challenge one of history's greatest military powers with ingenuity and daring. Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu, who lived in ancient China around the 5th century BC, remains one of the most influential military theorists in history. His masterpiece, The Art of War, is a concise yet profound treatise on military strategy and tactics, emphasizing flexibility, quick adaptability, and understanding of the enemy. Sun Tzu's philosophy extends beyond mere battlefield tactics. He considers war as a necessary evil that must be well planned and executed to avoid prolonged conflict. His principles such as, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting, and, all warfare is based on deception, reflect a deep understanding of human nature and the psychological aspects of conflict. These ideas encourage leaders to strive for efficiency in warfare, winning with minimal conflict and loss of life. Sun Tzu's teachings have transcended military theory, influencing business, sports, and contemporary strategic thinking globally. His work not only outlines how to win battles but also how to avoid them through diplomacy and strategic foresight, making his insights valuable for anyone who must think tactically in competitive environments. Admiral Horatio Nelson. Admiral Horatio Nelson, born in 1758 in Norfolk, England, is celebrated as one of Britain's most iconic naval commanders. His leadership during the Napoleonic Wars, especially at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, secured his legacy. Nelson's style was marked by aggressive tactics and personal bravery, often engaging enemy fleets closer than contemporary naval tactics advised. This boldness, combined with a profound understanding of naval warfare, allowed him to disrupt and defeat larger enemy forces effectively. Nelson's strategic brilliance was complemented by his ability to inspire loyalty among his men. His death at Trafalgar, leading from the front and struck by a sniper, cemented his status as a national hero. Nelson's tactics disrupted Napoleon's plans for invading Britain and maintained British naval supremacy. His legacy endures in the Nelson touch, a term used to describe his ability to make complex strategies seem simple and executable, ensuring clarity and decisiveness among his fleet. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Dwight D. Eisenhower, born in 1890 in Texas, rose to prominence as a military leader during World War II and later served as the 34th President of the United States. As Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces in Europe, Eisenhower orchestrated the massive and complex D-Day invasion, which was pivotal in liberating Nazi-occupied Europe. His leadership was characterized by his exceptional organizational ability, calm demeanor, and skill in coalition warfare, managing diverse and often competing Allied interests. Eisenhower's strategic vision encompassed not just military victories but also the rebuilding of Europe post-war, highlighting his foresight and understanding of political realities. His presidency later reflected these qualities as he navigated the complexities of the Cold War, emphasizing negotiation and cautious diplomacy over military confrontation. Eisenhower's legacy as a leader is marked by his pragmatic approach to both war and peace, emphasizing collaboration, strategic patience, and a broad vision of security and stability. General George S. Patton. General George S. Patton, born in 1885 in California, was one of the most effective U.S. commanders in World War II. Known for his fierce demeanor, aggressive tactics, and inspirational speeches, Patton believed in rapid, relentless offensive action, which he effectively employed in campaigns such as the Battle of the Bulge. His leadership style was highly motivational, pushing his soldiers to their limits but also fostering a deep sense of camaraderie and pride under his command. Patton's philosophy of war emphasized the importance of speed, mobility, and decisive action, making him a pioneer in the use of tanks in coordinated armored warfare. Despite controversies over his brash behavior and public statements, Patton's tactical genius and ability to instill aggressive tactics in his troops made a significant impact on the U.S. Army's operations in Europe. His legacy is often seen as embodying the spirit of American resilience and audacity during World War II. Erich von Manstein. Erich von Manstein, a German commander born in 1887, is regarded as one of the most brilliant strategists of World War II. His planning of the Sichelschnitt, sickle cut, during the Battle of France in 1940 led to a quick and decisive German victory, showcasing his innovative approach to operational warfare. Manstein's concept involved a surprise attack through the Ardennes forest, a maneuver considered risky and unconventional at the time, which ultimately outflanked and overwhelmed the Allied forces. Throughout the war, his ability to adapt to changing battlefield conditions and his strategic foresight were evident, particularly on the Eastern Front, where he conducted effective defensive operations despite often being outnumbered. Manstein's career, however, is also marked by controversy, including his compliance with the Nazi regime's policies and war crimes. His military writings post-war influenced modern armored warfare and operational art, making his tactics and operational concepts subjects of study in military academies around the world. Saladin. Saladin, born in 1137 in Tikrit, now modern-day Iraq, became the first Sultan of Egypt and Syria and the founder of the Ayyubid dynasty. He is revered not only for his military prowess but also for his chivalry and fairness. Saladin's most notable military achievement was the recapture of Jerusalem from the Crusaders in 1187, an event that marked a significant turning point in the Crusades. Unlike many leaders of his time, Saladin was known for his merciful conduct towards his foes, which earned him respect even among his Christian enemies. His leadership style was characterized by strategic foresight, tactical brilliance, and an ability to unite the Muslim world under his rule during a period of fragmentation. Saladin's approach to warfare emphasized mobility and intelligence gathering, allowing him to make well-informed decisions and execute swift, decisive actions. His victory at the Battle of Hattin, where he decisively defeated the Crusader forces, is a testament to his military acumen, showcasing his skill in manipulating battlefield conditions to his advantage. Beyond his military achievements, Saladin is remembered for his diplomatic acumen and his pivotal role in maintaining the cultural and political legacy of Muslims in the Levant. His life and career continue to be celebrated as a model of leadership that combines firmness with generosity. Khalid ibn al-Walid. Khalid ibn al-Walid, known as the Sword of Allah, was one of the most successful military commanders in early Islamic history. Born around 592 AD in Mecca, Khalid was initially a fierce opponent of Islam who later converted and became one of Prophet Muhammad's most trusted and skilled commanders. His military career is marked by significant battles that helped establish the Islamic State, with over 100 battles under his command and no recorded defeats. Khalid's genius lay in his innovative tactics and his adaptive battlefield strategies. He was pivotal in key victories such as the Battle of Mu'tah and the conquests of Roman Syria. His most celebrated feat was perhaps at the Battle of Yarmouk, where his strategic insight and leadership led to a decisive victory against a much larger Byzantine army. This battle was crucial in the Muslim conquest of the Levant. Khalid's ability to leverage mobility, surprise, and psychological warfare set him apart as a military tactician. Despite his fierce demeanor in battle, Khalid was also known for his justice and good governance in peace. His military campaigns were not only about conquest but also about establishing stable governance in the newly acquired territories. Khalid's legacy as an undefeated commander continues to be a benchmark for military leadership in Islamic history.